This podcast is also sponsored by ADT. It's that time of year again when you start arranging pumpkins on the stoop, try out a new cranberry sauce recipe, and plan out a tablescape that'll outdo last year's. In other words, it's when you break out all your DIY holiday skills. And now, ADT is making it easy to DIY your home security too. Their systems aren't just simple to set up, they also fit within your budget. So get excited for your next project because your peace of mind just went DIY. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com to learn more.
If someone was like, I want a picture of your daughter and not you, I'd be like, who the fuck? She's mine. Yeah. I fucking made her. I'm going to be in this photo because she is me. Are you crazy? Absolutely not. So yeah, if someone, like if your family wanted a photo with Lucy, I'd be like, no, you can have a photo then with just Jon. I'm taking my daughter. And welcome back to Give It To Me Straight. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jon.
And
I'm your gracious, and we are your gracious hosts.
I almost forgot how the intro went. I was like, what do we say next? We got sleep last night, but I feel like I just got hit by a bus. Yeah, I'm so tired.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Good for you. I'm honestly, so happy for you.
If we started this like an hour earlier, I would have been even more ready to go. But you know, I'll take what I can.
I think I just have like 18,000 things on my brain that I'm like, I just can't be in the moment.
Zero.
That's so nice. I would love to have zero things on my brain. My God.
What you have to do is just block it out, you know?
Just like not think about anything.
Yeah. Just like low stress.
It was it last night or the night before that it was like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. I woke up to feed Lucy and you go, what time does everything open? And I'm like, what, Jon? And you're like, what time do they open? What time does everything open? And I knew that you were really trying to say, like, what time did Lucy eat last?
Yeah,
and I knew
because
that's what you were trying
snapped
to say.
out of it at some point and was like, what was I saying? It was that's so funny.
I was like, what were you dreaming about?
One of those titties open is probably what I was trying.
Yeah.
When do they open for biz?
When do they close? They're closed. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Thanksgiving is coming up.
I like Thanksgiving.
I was going to say, is it like one of your favorite holidays or like you said what, 4th of July is your favorite holiday?
It's not like, I don't have favorite holidays. Every day is the same to me. It's fine. Like Thanksgiving's cool. I like, eating and hanging out with people and stuff. I think
since meeting you, because you always worked on the holidays, being an occupational therapist, like holidays on the day, I don't want to say lost its meaning, but it just felt less.
Again, the day doesn't matter to me as long as
just another day.
Just do something and spend time with people. That's great.
Well, now that we work for ourselves, we really never know what day it is.
No.
I'm like, oh, people are supposed to have off of work today? Who knew? Sorry.
The perks and the curse of having your own business,
Yeah.
But no, Lucy, sleep. Okay, so we could say this now. We made an attempt at sleep training, I guess. And
we made an attempt. It didn't go well. I cried.
So our pediatrician, first off, was like, I don't know if we talked about this. He was like, you need to stop feeding her.
Well, he was basically like, she's well fed, she's healthy, because she's in a higher percentile for like height, weight. What is she, like 80th?
Her head was 90th. Her head was in the 90th percentile.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Think about me, okay? And so she has been eating plenty, and he was like, there's no need for her to wake up every 2 to 3 hours in the middle of the night to eat. But I was like, that's the only way that she'll go back to bed. And he was like, she's basically using you to soothe, to eat, to go back to sleep. And he was like, just let her cry for a little bit. You can be right next to her, just like try to ignore her for like 5-minute increments. And he was like, but do it up to 20 minutes. And I was like, that sounds, actually, in the moment, I was like, oh, we could do that.
I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Yeah, Jon makes eye contact with me and he goes, no. And I'm like, Jon, we need sleep, like whatever it will take. So night one, and again, I think people have very different opinions on sleep training. So we're not torturing our daughter over here, okay?
Either way, we're just listening to the advice of the expert, the pediatrician. And I'm not making my own fucking assumptions of what's good, what's not. And he's like, stop feeding her.
Stop feeding her. He's like, she's fine. So she wakes up, she starts getting fussy, and Jon and I just like roll over and stare at each other, and we're just like trying to be quiet.
Also, he said you could feed her as much. During the day, we feed her as much as she wants.
Not starving
it's not like we're starving her. It's just at night.
No, again, night she's the chunkiest little girl. She's so cheeky. I love her. And so she starts crying. I set a timer for 5 minutes. hardest 5 minutes of my life.
Poor
I
Alex,
started
crying.
But we made it to like 12, 15 minutes of like, and then like soothing her. And that was one night. And then we did it the next night. She slept for like an extra hour the following night. And then now she sleeps for 6 hours.
You should say we stopped doing sleep training altogether.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to do that again.
We did it one night and
We
it was
only did
like,
it one night.
Nope. So then what we just ended up doing was the goal was to not feed her. So you would soothe her back to sleep, basically.
Yeah, so I'm like half asleep, like patting her in her bassinet. I'm like, shh, it's okay, like just patting her belly. And then I'm so tired at one point, I realize I'm just patting her on the head.
Just like tapping her in the head.
Face. But I'm so proud of her. I don't know if it's because
I'm proud of
turned
us.
a corner. No, well, I just mean her because like she went from waking up every 2 to 3 hours
But
to
that's
now
what I'm
she's
saying.
sleeping 6 hour stretches. I feel
The
like that's
only reason
huge.
she started doing that though was because we made some sort of adjustment. Like
I know.
to all these things you have to do, you think that they're going to be easy. From an outsider looking at it, like, oh, when we didn't have a parent, I'm like, what's the problem?
We didn't have a kid.
Self-soothe them. What's the big deal? Or, oh, now you put them in the crib. Like, that's not a big deal. These are actually really huge moments, and it's really hard for the parent.
Yeah, well, because before you have a kid, you don't think that you'll love not that you don't think you'll love your kid so much, but you think it will be easier. But then when you actually have them, you're so attached to this little thing and you're like, I want to do anything to make you more comfortable.
Right.
I don't want you to be uncomfortable. I don't want you to cry. I don't want you to feel scared.
But also the changes that are happening. I'm like, this is happening too fast.
Yeah, but I've never seen her happier. Like she wakes up now, I think more well rested than she had been, waking up every 2 hours, and she is so
expressive. But she's also getting older. You know, she'll be when this is out, 11 weeks old.
But I don't know. I felt like it was a night and day change. It was like she was fussy and she was never really cranky, but like.
I think it's all about your bowels too, like your intestines and like gastrointestinal, because like trying to figure that out, and she's so gassy.
She's not gassy anymore.
Anyways, I want to address the elephant in the room because this is more triggering to me than anyone just like talking shit about me or whatever. Guys, the podcast. I know we have ads. We read ads. We're going to, just so you know, for the future, we're probably going to average between 5 and 7 ads that we read every episode. And you know why? Do you think I want to do this for free? Is this that much fun where I'm like, let's get up, let's get ready, let's set up the cameras, let's shoot the podcast.
Guys, we have a daughter now who we need to send to college one day, okay?
Who actually thinks like, they're doing this just for
no,
solely
it's only
fun.
Like we'll get like one comment a week, but every time John's like, Jesus Christ, what do people think? What? This is our job. This is how we keep the show going. I'm like, I know.
This is how we get paid.
Yeah.
That's like, I can't wait to just, wake
what
up in the
I always
morning
thought
and
was
shoot.
interesting, because as content creators, like I remember doing our first ad when we first started doing videos on TikTok. We did an ad for an exchange of a phone case, and someone was like, sell out. And I was like, I didn't even make $1 from this. It was an exchange for a phone case. But I mean, I thought it was just so fun because I was like, oh my God, we made it at that point. But in my brain, and ever since then, I was like, you drive down a highway and you see billboards. Are you now like, I'm not going to fucking drive down this highway because they're advertising to me. You know what? We try to make them as entertaining for you as possible. At least if you're watching on YouTube, we, do a little bit of a charades.
Right.
But like, we love our partners who we work with on our social side and our digital campaigns or in our podcast. And you know what? You're supporting us. And if you don't want to, move along.
Anyway, so, we're going to have ads. Get over it.
And we're thankful for everyone who listens and doesn't complain about them. So speaking of things we're thankful for, John, what are you thankful for this season?
I had to write it down so I wouldn't forget.
Oh, you can't just like think of it from your heart?
I mean, I know the one specifically one, but I'm going to leave that. I am very thankful for, our chemistry. I'm thankful for our chemistry because I think doing this podcast, for example, and hearing about people's problems and their relationship, concerns, I just think we're very fortunate and lucky that we've had our own struggles and we've grown, and just like we're such a good unit, and like I based off of these questions, like it's rare. It seems like it's rare.
Yeah, I feel like that boils down to honestly us being friends first. Yeah. Like, all of that other stuff comes after because we work together 24/7. And I'm like, or people, I guess, talk about too, like the spark going away, like after you have a kid or it getting really hard. I don't know. I just feel like this season of life has just been we're tired, but I feel like it's just been so much fun. But I think it's because we're doing it together as husband and wife who are at our core friends.
You have to have similar like hobbies and stuff. Like just
I don't think that's it. I think it's
you
just
have to enjoy
personality
things,
wise.
but you have to enjoy doing things together. Because if you don't both like the same thing, like you're doing more apart.
But we don't, like, it's not 100%. Like, because again, I have girl friendships who we have very different hobbies, or you and I, like, you like to play video games at the end of the night. Like, I don't. And so I just think that it's more personality based. Like, we're friends at our core, and then everything else is after that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Anyways, that's one thing.
Okay.
Next thing, obviously, Lucy. I am so fucking thankful for Lucy. What a mind shift for me, and just like it's made me my heart, like my heart's exposed. Like I'm just so much happier now. I'm like I just feel different, and I'm like a sensitive Sally now. It's disgusting.
I know. I want to start off from the top and say that I'm thankful for health. I feel like that truly is number one. If you don't have like your health, you don't have anything. But ultimately, I mean, Lucy, obviously, like just being able to go through a healthy pregnancy and then a healthy delivery, birth, and like her being healthy now. After losing Leo, I don't think I can ever or would ever take that for granted. You know, like that's everything. Just being healthy, having a healthy experience, because no matter where you are in life, if you don't have that, you have nothing. And that's like, I always think about it when like you get like a little sick or like you hurt yourself. And then you're like, I never realized how much I used my finger. Like if you hurt your finger or some shit. And then you're like, damn, I will never take my finger for granted again.
I think about that with like my eyes. Because I'm always scrolling and stuff. I'm like, look up. Just look off your phone. Like look at the view. Like looking out our window, like appreciating where we live or like the mountains or whatever.
God. I think about that too. After getting LASIK, I had horrible vision. I mean, I was -7 in both eyes. And if you have bad vision, you know that you can't see shit with that number. After getting LASIK, I was like, holy shit. But now I've had it for a few years at this point already. And I'm like, I forget about that is a blessing to have. So just health overall, I feel like is truly a blessing. I think also after having Lucy, being around family has been super helpful. Like your parents coming to visit, like my parents being local, everyone being so supportive. I feel like we have really just a helpful community in order to be able to continue to do what we do. You know, obviously the support of you and our relationship. But Lucy has really like changed us this year. And I'm just so thankful that she's here and healthy and thriving and alive. And I'm excited to see what 2026 has in store for us. But yeah, just feeling very blessed for all the things that's
what sleep will give you. Blessed, feeling blessed.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still exhausted, but it's all worth it.
Speaking of ads, this podcast is sponsored by AG1. Being a new dad has totally changed how I think about my mornings. I don't have time for anything complicated. I just want to feel good and be ready for the day. With the holidays, darker mornings, and routines all over the place, finding a simple wellness habit has been huge for me. That's why I've been loving AG1. I use this and you should too. 1 scoop once a day, mix it with water, and boom, I'm doing something that supports whole body health before I even grab my coffee. It has antioxidants, probiotics, and functional mushrooms to support the body's natural defenses. And the B vitamins give me steady energy support without that crash, very necessary for the dad life. Plus, with all the travel and snacking this time of year, it helps fill those everyday nutrition gaps with a full spectrum of micronutrients from whole foods, and the prebiotics, probiotics, and enzymes support gut resilience. It's honestly the easiest thing I've stayed consistent with. If you want the free foundational routine, head to drinkag1.com/straight to get a free welcome kit with an AG1 flavor sampler and a bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2 when you first subscribe. That's drinkag1.com/straight.
This episode is also brought to you by Aura Frames, which I do have to say, that was, what was it, our first ever partnership? Maybe one of them.
One of the first ever, yeah.
When we started making TikToks, love Aura frames.
Yeah.
Gifted it to my grandma. She still uses it to this day. It is her
My parents have
favorite.
one too.
Yeah. Aura frames are amazing. And I'm the mom who takes a million photos of Lucy. So where do I need to put them? Aura frames. Every little smile, every outfit change, every first, everything. And I can't go more than 3 weeks without rearranging the house because I want our space to feel like us. So when we found Aura frames, it was game over for the static picture frame life. Aura, pronounced Aura, by the way, is a digital frame that lets me add unlimited free photos and videos right from my phone just by using the Aura app and Wi-Fi. I'm literally updating the vibe of my living room every day. 1 minute it's Lucy in a onesie, and the next it's my whole camera roll from the pumpkin patch. No more choosing one photo to frame forever. I get to display all of my favorites. And as someone who loves gifting thoughtful gifts, especially ones that don't create clutter, this is the perfect holiday gift. You could preload photos before it even ships and add a message so that it arrives already personal. Plus, every frame comes in a premium gift box with no price tag, which is a total win for presentation. I'm giving one to my parents this year. Mom, stop listening. So they could get fresh Lucy pics every single day, even when we're not there. You can't wrap togetherness, but you could frame it. And right now, it's the best time to buy it. For a limited time, visit Aura Frames and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code STRAIGHT at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code STRAIGHT. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so order right now before it ends. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. But seriously, upgrade your decor, show off your favorite memories, and win the holidays. Aura Frames is it.
And this podcast is sponsored by Clean Safe Products. I love cooking, but I'm also the type of cook who somehow gets sauce everywhere. And Alex loves her wine. And sometimes the couch does too. And Kobe's dirty paws and maintaining nice furniture feels impossible. That's why we are all in on Clean Safe Products and their Green Mitt Kit. The Green Mitt Kit from Clean Safe Products is the easiest way to keep your fabrics looking brand new in 5 minutes or less. The process is super simple. Spray the solution, wipe, rinse the mat, repeat. If you can clean a kitchen counter, you can clean your couch. It works on carpets, couches, car seats, the rug under Lucy's high chair, and even those dry clean only fabrics we pretend don't exist. And it's non-toxic, fragrance-free, made with just 3 ingredients, so I'm not worried about spraying it on our couch or where Alex sets her wine glass before she knocks it over again.
You know what's crazy, John? You're the one who usually spills the wine, so
Lies.
it's not me.
Lies. Because it's so free, there's no sticky residue, stains don't come back the next day like, hey, remember me? And 1 bottle of concentrate makes up to 16 full-size bottles, so this thing lasts forever. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So if you don't love it, send it back. But trust me, you're going to love it. Go to cleansafeproducts.com/straight now to get $15 off the Green Mitt Kit. That's cleansafeproducts.com/straight for $15 off the world's easiest soft surface cleaning solution. Because in our house, the spills are guaranteed. The panic doesn't have to be. Speaking of Lucy, per usual, knowing my strengths and weaknesses with Lucy. Bath time, I'm not good at it. I went in there, I just wanted to, I always want to be around, because I told Alex this earlier today, I feel sorry for people who have to work outside of the house. Like, I understand like how you can miss little milestones so easily if you're not around. And so like, if you're doing bath time, like I still want to be there. I'm like supervising, I'm sous chefing.
Except
I'm bringing
for
the towel.
when you were like...
That's what I'm saying. I go, I'm going to help. This was a whole clusterfuck. Now I know I'm never going to do it again. I go, Alex, I'm going to pick her up out of her chair so you can wash her back, blah, blah. And I just made a whole disaster out of it. That didn't work out. I also turned and I stepped on Alex's foot and I crushed her pinky toe. And then I went to grab the towel. And then Alex goes to put Lucy in my arms with the towel. And I didn't wrap her enough and she got cold. I'm like, Joe, this... A
lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
I think because I've just been doing it on my own with her at night, I have a system. And so when you come in, I'm just like, oh.
I'm just the cleanup crew of the system. I'm like, oh, you got it. Let me clean out the tub.
Yeah, exactly. But I wonder if that has actually helped her bedtime routine as well. Because someone in the comments had said that, where they were like, I started giving my son a bath every night. And so we started implementing that, feeding her more. And
the big question is that I asked you, and you said it doesn't matter, is if you wash them every night, if you use soap, like
Does it
I
dry
heard
out
you're
your
not supposed to
skin?
wash them every night.
I mean, I have heard mixed things. It's like kind of like whatever you want to do, but we moisturize your skin. Speaking of, it's getting so cold. I feel like,
I just licked my hands
why do you lick your hands?
because my knuckles were so dry, so I lick them to like.
John,
Well, we're on
gonna
camera.
But that's just gonna dry them out more. You have like saliva, and what am I saying? Not sodium, like salt in your saliva. It's just gonna
Sodium
dry.
salt.
I know, but like, what's the like? I don't know. Your saliva is just gonna dry out your skin more, I would assume, and that's also fucking disgusting. On top of that, but yeah, I just feel this time of year, my skin, my lips are so chapped. Everything is just getting dry and crusty. Lucy, though, not her. She's well and moisturized.
Oh my God. Moving aside from Lucy, I need to say an apology to Liam Hemsworth.
Oh.
Because after finishing,
You didn't
finally,
know. You didn't know.
finishing Hunger Games Part 2, he did have a little monologue. And you know what? Power to you, buddy.
Wonder if he made more money, if he was like, listen, more lines, more money. I'm coming in. I've been doing this for 3 years and I've only had 2 lines.
Yeah.
The last movie, he did have a lot of lines. He had a bigger part.
Yeah.
I still just like the relationship, but that love triangle.
I was about to say that. I mean, look, it's for kids. It's PG-13 or whatever. But like him and Peeta talking about like, but the kiss she gave you versus the kiss I'd be like,
What? Yeah.
come on.
It's very, I mean, I guess when
The kiss?
like you're fighting for love in those circumstances, that's all that's giving you hope. But I was just dying laughing when he's like, she's going to choose who she's going to choose.
On 3, your team Peeta or team Liam? 1,
Hold on, wait.
2.
I actually have to think about it because.
Don't tell me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Team Liam. Yeah. Peeta ended up being a little bitch at the end.
And he tried to kill her like 18,000 times. I'd be like, as soon as you're brainwashed, I'm never trusting you again.
Well, he did. Liam ended up like killing her daughter or sister.
Oh,
technically, I guess
true.
he's part of that.
In the last one,
He killed all the people.
That's why they did it, so they knew that the audience
Straight
would
path.
be on. Yeah, like okay, there's no question here. Not me and you
Peter
forgetting.
tried to choke you out, but
But
Liam
like that's
killed,
a little kinky sometimes.
but
and so
Liam
like
killed, like,
depends what
40
you're
people.
into.
Yeah.
But like Liam killed your sister,
Man, I'm just glad Coin got God at the end.
the lady.
The president, yeah.
Also, to go backwards, we spoke about what we were thankful for, but I also asked you guys on Instagram what you were thankful for this season.
Ooh.
So let's go through some things that you guys are thankful for.
Basically, I'm only looking for like unique things that I wouldn't have thought of to be thankful for.
Like you don't want nice things that
I don't
people like
who
family.
cares? Like that's everyone's thankful for their family. Like
I don't know. Someone said my mom postpartum. I'm like, that's a good one.
okay,
you
that's
know?
It's the difference of why you're thankful. Maybe
What do you mean?
I'm just looking for unique. You know,
Like you're
that
only
makes
thankful
sense.
for your mom postpartum, not if you're not postpartum.
I mean, we all are thankful for our mom. You know,
Right.
unless
I got
she
it.
was, like a piece of shit
Yeah,
or
unless she's a
something.
piece of shit. Like, what show am I watching now? Oh, you know what? I'm going to save it for my rec. Okay. My husband making it home safe from his 3rd deployment. That's a good
Cool.
one. Very heartfelt. IVF and my husband. Cute. Love it. I mean, I don't know why I said cute. Like, that's a miracle. That's great. My king bed making me feel rich.
I respect that.
am thankful for a king bed.
You know, it's definitely time for a new mattress cover.
Okay, well, we have a new mattress cover. You've been complaining about our bed for so long.
We need a firmer bed,
I like our bed.
but it's not good for our back. It's too soft.
I like it.
Well, I guess we're keeping it then.
No, we could get a new one, but the thing is, you complain about it all the time. What have you done?
Oh, when your brother does we're gonna do like a Murphy bed. Will that be like a queen?
We could have it be whatever size you want. Why?
I don't know. I feel like that's something we should
have a
plan
queen
out.
in that room right now.
That's not a queen. It's small.
That's a queen.
Is it?
Queens? When you go from a queen to a king, like the difference,
It's like
you think that you remember queens being big until you go
you're like
from a
queens
king
are
back to a
queens are for
queen.
peasants now.
Oh, this is a good one too. Having a home, clean clothes, daily showers, and food. It's the simple things. True.
Yep.
We love that. Thankful for when the baby started sleeping through the night. Hang in there. It'll
Hell
happen.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh my gosh, living in Hawaii with my husband and my 2 Goldens.
Must
Life
be
is
nice.
complete. That sounds like a dream. Your 2 Goldens in Hawaii. What do? Go to the beach, look at rainbows, go to
I'm gonna counter that.
That sounds amazing.
I fucking love Hawaii, first off. Maybe because I'm thinking of Kauai. Like, we love Kauai. But I'm like, I don't know about, would you feel somewhat isolated on an island? The only way to travel, you have to go by plane?
We're technically on an island.
Okay.
We are.
Yeah, I guess.
No, the thing that I would worry about of living somewhere tropical and beautiful where the weather is perfect all the
Tsunamis.
time, is feeling like I just want one day of like shitty weather. Like, would you feel guilty if you don't go outside and enjoy the sunshine every day? You know, like here in New York, we had a whole season of shit weather where we could just be shit people, stay inside. And if you live in
Snuggle up.
Hawaii, I'd be like, I need to go and enjoy every
Thinking
single
about
day.
if you're kind of like living in Miami, I feel like I'd have to be working out
all the time.
every single
That's
day.
what I'm saying. Do you just get exhausted of
think
the
you have to-
constant beautiful weather?
Okay, true. I wonder statistically, like in warmer climates, is depression higher because
I don't think so.
Well, like if you're not a fit person, I would be depressed constantly seeing people with like 8-packs running around all day with their shirts off.
No, because I think if you actually look at like where the highest suicide rates are, it's in cities
Alaska.
or places where the weather is not good. You know what? But is that a lie too? Because remember when we went to Finland and it's like the happiest place on earth? That according to, I don't know according to who, but when we were there, everyone kept telling us that Finland is the happiest place on earth. Is it because they celebrate Christmas all the time?
You probably have to base it off population size. They're not that big. So like
Plus everything is
less
Christmas.
percentage of suicide rates versus United States.
No,
Yeah,
but it's
'cause-
all like relative. Like you're doing it like out of 1,000, you know, like, or I don't know how they're, you know, we're just making shit up over here. But I feel like when we did go to
evidence-based
Finland,
research.
they are happy, even though it's snowing half the time. But again, it could be because everything is Christmas.
Well,
themed
work-life balance too. They're not like working 14-hour days.
there. Right. Yeah. It's probably just the U.S. where
The
everyone
reindeer
wants
probably
to kill
help.
themselves. That's my point. Is like if you have Santa Claus and elves, like themed things all the time, reindeer. You
That was so random. We go to Finland and there's Santa Town or Christmas Town or whatever. And Alex and I are probably the only two people that were
this was in
wanting to kill each other.
April.
Fuck. Remember? Because I never turn my phone on.
Why do we want to kill each other?
I never turn my phone on when we're overseas because I don't want to pay the $10.
Yeah,
the $10.
exactly.
So Alex, she has hers. I'm with her all the time. So why do I need my phone on? I don't care. I go, I'm going to the bathroom.
And I'm like, are you going to Three Little
You know
Elves?
exactly where it was.
Or Santa's
I go,
shelves?
don't move. She disappears. I'm with all these kids in elf shop land. Can't find Alex. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't even know where I am.
I probably got distracted by like some toy
You're
maker
shopping or
machine.
something. I walk around the corner like 20 minutes later. I find her and we just start yelling at each other in Santa Town.
I'm like, it's almost my birthday. Sue me for wanting to buy an ornament in April.
We're in, what's it called? Not like Lapland,
Lapland,
but it's the tundra. We're in the tundra of Finland. I don't have a phone. There's nothing there. I could have died.
We probably spoke about this. We were still doing the podcast last year when this happened. Nobody feels bad for you, John. Next thing that people are thankful for. Espresso.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Nespresso or Espresso?
Espresso.
But starts with an N. Nespresso.
No, Nespresso is a brand. Espresso isn't a thing that's like going on the expressway. Espresso. It's espresso.
ESPRESSO.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's the drink.
Yes.
Nespresso is a brand of a product.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Nespresso is a brand. It's like a Keurig.
I always thought that was like, okay.
What did you think? I would love to know.
No, I thought Nespresso was like a type of coffee drink.
You know, but I'm sure that's what the brand wants.
That's a rat move.
Just like Band-Aid, isn't that like also a brand? But the brand like takes over. Like, I think it's just, I don't know
Strip.
what is a Band-Aid actually called? Like
Bandage. A bandage.
But everyone calls it a Band-Aid.
There's
and
other
the
stuff,
brand is
too.
Band-Aid. Yeah, what are some other things? I don't know. If you can think of them, add them in the comments. Oh, someone wrote, thankful for my recent divorce. It sucked and I didn't want it, but it was necessary. Interesting that sometimes, again, you could be thankful for the hardships that you go through.
Getting over the hardship or like coming out the other
Well,
side.
yeah, that's what I mean. You learn things and like just because it's hard doesn't mean that it's the wrong thing.
Right.
work from home job offering an ideal work-life balance with the fam. I also am thankful for that. I feel like
Spotify just talked about that. They go,
what?
Our employees aren't children. They can work from home. So they're
yeah.
letting all their employees work from home, which
See,
is pretty
that's
cool.
nice. And I feel like for us too, that's made it so nice to be able to like just pop in and say hi to Lucy while my mom has her.
I just think, yeah, like CEOs and all them that just want their employees to go back to work just because they want to have this like power trip of like, you're my employee. Like, why do they have to be in the
I
office?
think it's probably less of that and more that like they're
don't think
paying
so.
for a lease and
That's
they
on
need
you.
bodies in
Okay,
there.
so you eat that cost. That's on you. Why do you need them in office?
But I would
Then you should pay them for travel.
I would say, or my argument would be company culture, or if like you need to collab on things in person.
Cool.
Doctors can't work
We
from
hit
home.
our $1 million sales this year. Guess what I get you guys?
Sometimes
Pizza party.
lawyers can't work. There's certain jobs that like you can't work from
I'm
home.
not saying everything, but like a lot of jobs don't need to go into the office.
Right.
A lot of IT jobs, shit like that. Why? If you're gonna make people go and you pay for their travel, you should pay for their fucking lunch too.
If
That's
I
bullshit.
worked at a job that I could do from home and people maybe come in, I would quit. I don't.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I would have to
I
find.
also don't give a
remote
fuck
job.
about their. No one cares about their employees.
You know what? Some people might.
Sure, but I mean, like, you could be replaced the next day.
Yeah.
And so I don't care about them. Like, if I'm the employee, I would hate to go in. I'd hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, I think you also just have like PTSD from traveling at commuting every day at 4:30 in the morning, hitting New York
Okay,
traffic.
therapy's different. I can't do therapy from home. I could do telehealth, but if I gotta like get someone out of bed, no, I gotta be there.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about jobs that don't need it. Anyways.
And then, of course, lots of people said this podcast.
Ooh,
Thank you.
that's a good one.
guys.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
I noticed your nails.
Oh, yeah, I did them last night.
No, I trimmed them down.
Yeah, I did because again, I scratched Lucy and I felt horrible, so bad because I was changing her. And again, my nails, I haven't had time to do my Gel X extensions. So like I've just been growing out my natural nails. And because I'm taking still like prenatals, postnatals, all the vitamins, my nails are strong and growing long.
This is actually my selfish reason for having a kid. I finally got you to not put those long nails on.
I love, what do you, oh, that's why you put a baby in me is because you didn't want me to have long nails. I love having those. And plus like, then they're strong. Anyway, so I was like, I'll just do my own gel last night while she was sleeping.
Doesn't that cause cancer or something?
Doesn't everything?
No, but there's a whole thing that just came out about
No, like everything causes cancer.
okay.
Microplastics, like I'm sure the air that we're breathing in here. Like you could do your best, coffee.
Yeah, but you're
creamer.
intentionally putting cancerous nail product on.
What's in your hair gel?
This,
Who knows?
nothing. It's probably
You
good
don't
for
even
you.
know.
Got to be glued? Pff, good for you.
Okay. No, I just like, I choose to not like think about that shit because I feel like you can go crazy. And I'm like, people talk about all the things in your kitchen, aluminum, you can't have.
Coming from the
Dawn-
person who makes
Dawn-
me throw food out after 2 days.
Well, that's mold. Like
It's
I
not
can
mold.
physically see it.
The amount of
I could see it with my own eyes.
charcuterie
visibly.
board stuff that Alex makes me throws out, all that cheese that I cut up, you like throw it out. The
Well-
cheese was fine till 2026.
No,
the
John,
cheese was fine.
The issue is once you open something after it's been vacuum sealed, after a week or two, it goes bad.
Bullshit.
It can have mold all over it. John will just cut it out. And there's two types of people in the world.
And that's how you live long.
One
you can't
time-
just clean everything all the time. Cleaning supplies, you're not supposed to do it all the time.
I'm not talking about cleaning. I'm talking about I don't want food poisoning.
You need a little dirt in
I'm
your
not
throat,
trying to
you
shit
know?
my pants. I know that like you love to shit your pants. Like that's where we do not align. I don't want to have stomach issues. And so when I see meat that is gray, I'm like, hey, that's old. John's like, oh
she
no.
is over exaggerating. It doesn't matter. The meat could look fine, but
No.
the package has been open for more than a week, tossing it.
Yeah, John.
That's not true.
When it literally looks gray. Like the salamis will look
It wasn't
gray. And John's
gray.
like, let's put this out and serve it to our guests. I'm like, if you want to kill everyone, you're crazy.
Such a lie.
And again, if you want to eat it, you can keep it for you. But once cheese starts growing things, I'm like, I'm out.
The carrots I made,
What
you
carrots?
didn't want to eat the carrots I made. Because I baked them like 4 days ago.
What do you didn't even offer me any. I would have had them. 4 days is in the safe window. I would have had them. Again, John, I don't need to be sharding my pants, and I don't have the time to be sick. And so I'm like, why am I going to ingest something that I know is going to fuck me up? Plus, I have to be healthy to feed Lucy.
I'm actually worried about because I just saw something about like the flu's having some sort of mutation this year. It's going to be bad. And like, we don't normally leave the house. I leave the house for the grocery store and going to the gym to work out my legs. And I'm like, I can't not go. It's like twice a week to the gym, but I'm worried. I know all the college kids come back for break and the high school kids, and they're sick.
You can't avoid all germs.
I know, because I don't want to get Lucy sick. Like, we just started getting her to bed.
She's going to get sick. I think that's the one thing like that I'm not looking forward to is the first time that she's going to get sick. I'm going to feel so bad for her. But I was thinking this too the other day because, with her booger whistles, we've been getting them out. And man, there's some chunky boogers in there. I was thinking, I can't wait to get to the phase of life where I'm not worried about her if she's breathing still while she's sleeping. And then in that moment, I was like, I'm always going to be worried about something. Like if it's not her being alive while she's sleeping, it's going to be something else.
Now
choking on something.
I got all these videos of dads now. That's like, if you're a daughter dad or whatever you call them.
A girl dad?
A girl dad.
A daughter dad. You should make that a thing now.
Daughter dad.
Yeah.
He was like, maybe look into like starting to work out. You want to be a little intimidating because these teenage years with these boys, it's like you can't actually like fight the kid, you'll go to jail. But if you look somewhat intimidating,
you want them to be a little afraid of you.
Yeah.
Like you don't want them to envision you beating them up.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that. I think I'm going to have a really hard time. I just won't be around.
Well, like when she starts dating?
Yeah, I think I'll have a weird, I'll be like, I can't handle this.
My dad wasn't jacked, but he was intimidating because he wore sunglasses at night.
Your dad looked like he was mafia.
I know. And so I remember my one boyfriend being like, I'm slightly afraid of your dad. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, he has the deepest voice. And he goes, and I walk into the living room to meet him. Lights are off. Man's wearing sunglasses. And he's like, how's it going? And he has giant hands.
Yeah.
But if you know my dad, he's not intimidating at all.
He's a saint.
I wouldn't necessarily use the word saint, but shall we get into questions?
To me, he's a saint.
Well, he's just obsessed with you. I go over there the other day. He's like, where's John? I'm like, he's at home. He's like, he's not here with you? And I'm like, no, sorry,
okay,
Dad.
bye.
It's just me. And he turned around. He's like, oh, all right. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to
Do you want to see
disappoint
your granddaughter?
Your boyfriend is at home. Oh my God.
SNL just did a skit on that. It was like a song. And it was like, is this SNL episode where Glenn Powell's on it?
Oh.
And it's like, I just miss my ex's dad. And it's like a whole song about like loving their ex's dad and their relationship. It's so funny.
Yeah. Well, if we broke up, you'd still end up with my dad.
For sure.
I guess I wouldn't say broke up. If we divorced,
yeah,
it's
a little more than that.
Well, that's fine. I still get Jen in the divorce, your sister.
Oh yeah, my sister's a traitor. She's definitely
a traitor.
She would cut me off and hang out with you for sure.
But we're not going anywhere. Anyway, next.
Next question. First question.
Should we move into questions? I feel like we've been talking for too long. Everybody's thankful. Have a good Thanksgiving. We can't wait to come back and hear all your Thanksgiving.
Also, if you just are annoyed with just listening to us talk about our lives, you can always fast forward on the podcast episode.
That's true. It's like, I don't feel bad. Move along.
Fast
if
forward.
you're not enjoying this, like, go elsewhere. Like, you don't have to complain. I think that's the other thing, too. I'm thankful for the people who just say nice things and the people who, like, if you have to complain about something and you just move along. Like, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful and I don't even know who you are because you're not leaving the comments. You're just leaving.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm thankful for you. Okay, let's jump into questions. This episode is also sponsored by Face Foundry. Being a new parent means two things. One, I love Lucy more than anything on this planet. And two, I am not sleeping at all. And when I don't sleep, you could see it instantly on my face. So I've been obsessed with Face Foundry. That is Face Foundry, spelled F-A-C-E, Foundrie. I don't know why spelling is so hard these days. Probably because I'm not sleeping. But they help me look like I actually have my life together when I definitely do not.
Queen.
Face Foundry is an open concept focused facial bar offering efficient and effective services for all things face. They provide affordable, result driven facials, lash and brow services. The whole vibe is perfection. Think result driven services in under an hour at a fraction of the price of a traditional spa. No robes, no cucumbers, just real results fast. I'll pop over for a sculpt facial and suddenly I look lifted, refreshed, depuffed, like I legitimately slept for 8 hours. Their estheticians actually explain what's happening with your skin, which I love. Plus, facials should be part of your routine, not a rare indulgence. They make that doable with approaching pricing and hours outside of the usual 9 to 5 nights. And weekends are a lifesaver when you're juggling childcare, work, and trying to not look like a zombie. They can help with everything. Elegant aging, dryness, breakouts, like we were just talking about how dry our skin is getting recently. And yes, they offer all of the fan favorites like cryo and dermaplaning, along with lash lifts, tints, and brow laminations for that polished, low maintenance look. Also 65 locations nationwide. So whether it's self-care day or a big event, you are covered. So if you want skincare that fits real life and makes you feel incredible, visit facefoundry.com and use code GITMS at checkout for 20% off your first service. That's facefoundry.com, FACEFOUNDRIE.com. Use code GITMS for 20% off your first service. Face Foundry, efficient, effective, and exactly what my tired mom face needs.
And this podcast is also sponsored by Bobby. Feeding a baby is one of the biggest learning curves of a new parent life.
Sure is.
We're still finding our rhythm. Alex breastfeeds, but sometimes it's a combo feeding. When she's traveling or when Lucy's hanging with her grandparents and having a formula that feels good to give her, that's huge for us. That's why we use Bobby, spelled BOBBIE. Feed with confidence with Bobby's USDA organic, European-inspired infant formulas. Bobby was created by moms who couldn't find what they wanted on the shelf, so they made it themselves. And as a dad, I love that they obsess over what goes in every bottle. Bobby loses sleep over what goes in your baby's bottle so you don't have to. Every batch goes through 2,000 plus safety quality tests, plus third-party testing before it ever leaves their U.S. manufacturing facilities. And it shows. Bobby is founded by moms, trusted by parents, and loved by 700 plus babies, including our girl. Whether you're exclusively formula feeding, combo feeding, or just need a backup can in the pantry, Bobby has your back with clean, high-quality infant formulas modeled after breast milk. They've won some big awards too, like Babylist 2025 Top Choice Organic Formula, because Bobby truly supports every feeding journey. Whoever you are, wherever you're at, you deserve confidence. If you want to feel good about what's in your baby's bottle, get 10% off with code STRAIGHT at hibobby.com. That's HIBOBBIE.com, promo code STRAIGHT.
This episode is brought to you by Neiman Marcus. Neiman Marcus is your home for the most exceptional gifts, and I take gift giving very seriously this time of year. But I'll be honest that some of that gifting is to myself. Maybe
Shocker.
The majority of it. Because listen, holiday events are coming in hot. And sue me for wanting new outfits, Jon.
Sue her.
And maybe a new bag. And maybe something sparkly. It's the season of giving and occasionally giving to me. At Neiman Marcus, there's something truly special for everyone, like gourmet goodies for the foodies in our lives, elegant timepieces, stunning jewelry, beauty must-haves, and the chicest kids' clothing and toys for Lucy so she can outshine every other baby. And the impossible to shop for people? They are no match for Neiman Marcus. Their holiday gift guide makes it incredibly easy to find something amazing for every price point. And don't even get me started on their legendary fantasy gifts. These are one-of-a-kind gifts that surpass every expectation. If you want to be the favorite this year, that is the move. Plus, if you need a little help narrowing things down, because I always want everything, Neiman Marcus style advisors make finding the perfect gift completely effortless. They get me, and more importantly, they get my Pinterest board energy. So whether you're treating the people that you love or you're treating yourself while pretending you're getting something for someone else, Neiman Marcus is where the holiday magic actually happens. If you're looking for gifts that are guaranteed to surprise and delight, head to Neiman Marcus. Question 1. Every holiday season, my husband and I go to my extended family's house for a gathering, and every year that one overbearing aunt asks the inappropriate question, when are you and your husband having kids? And every year, it's awkward. Backstory, her daughter is a fertile myrtle and has 5 healthy children ranging from ages 10 to 2. While my husband and I love children, we miscarried last year, and the only people who knew were our parents and our tight-knit circle. I'm a pretty private person to begin with, so how do I shut down this question without ruining the holiday gathering?
I'm sure it's hard to like not have some sort of animosity towards someone asking you that, but again, like she also doesn't know what you went through. Even though you know that she doesn't know, you're still like, how dare you? I know that's still kind of like triggering.
The way that I always answered was, we're still practicing.
Yeah.
Because it just like made people then think of us fucking, and I was like, that's uncomfortable for
Kind
you.
of like a smart ass answer
You're
back
like,
to like
we're
shut
still
it down.
practicing. Yeah. But it just depends on you personally. I like to make people feel uncomfortable. So like when people would ask, I would say like,
It depends on who it is.
oh, well, to me, I would always tell people if we went through a loss that we went through our loss. Because I'm like, you asked.
That guy at the fucking restaurant the other day.
What guy?
The guy asked me like fucking 6 times, like, do you have kids? Do you have kids? How many kids do you have?
Oh.
And I was just like,
You're like, I'm going to make this extra uncomfortable
I just
for
didn't
you.
want to talk. I was like, we lost one. And he goes, and then he moves on to like talking about something else. I'm like,
Well, and that's again how you get them to move on. If you really want to shut it down and
he kept talking to me.
I'm talking about the topic of kids.
Yeah.
If you want to shut down that topic, make it uncomfortable and just say, I had a miscarriage. I'm still
I'm not going
healing
to say I
from
had
it.
a miscarriage.
Jesus Christ, John. You could say it. My wife had a miscarriage.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I just know that this is a point where you don't say we. This is you. I'm just making sure that everyone knows that I know that I'm not going to say like, it's not about me.
I know. Okay, we're on different pages then. I thought you
okay.
meant that you're not you're just not saying anything about it. Like, yeah, you don't have to say we.
I mean, damned if I do, damned if I don't over here.
I just like, are we I feel
Moving on.
like we're having separate conversations about different things. Are you like want to continue the conversation with that man about children or no?
No.
At the bar?
I don't want to talk to him in general.
If you still are following along, you shut down the conversation by just being honest.
But yeah, I think that's a good way. Again, I say it depends who the person is, because like you already like don't feel like talking to this certain individual. So giving a semi-smart answer back probably will have them shut the fuck up with also you making you feel a little bit better.
Yeah. People also
But like if there's genuine people, like I could sense a genuine question, like a good I'd be like, well, without telling them, I would end up telling them like
it depends on what your relationship is with this person. If you want to talk about it,
who's
if you don't,
around,
sounds like you don't want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
So that's also a personal thing of how you want to shut down the conversation.
Right.
Do you want to make them feel uncomfortable, or do you want to just like move along? I feel like a lot of people have creative responses to these. Again, I can't think of any in the moment, but mine is truly just, we're still practicing. Or if you want to tell them and make it awkward, you say, we lost one.
Yeah.
We had a miscarriage. And I'm sorry that you experienced that, and I hope that you don't have an awkward Thanksgiving this year. Next question. My mother-in-law has always been a bit kooky. We don't agree on most things politically, but we've always been civil and have a great relationship otherwise. Lately, though, she's been diving into deeper and deeper conspiracy-like rabbit holes. Her latest venture is Flat Earth. She's in deep, and most everything she talks about is linked somehow to how we've been lied to by NASA and so on and so forth. Usually I just ignore or respectfully disagree, but she started trying to teach my children about her theories, going so far as buying them flat earth textbooks. That's where I draw the line. How do I convey that she has no right to teach my children this half-baked, nonsensical theory while still maintaining a loving familial relationship with her?
I mean, you pretty much said it. Like you could talk to me about whatever the fuck you want, but when it comes to my kids, you're going to follow this structure if you want to spend time with them.
Or you just like tell your kids after, like, grandma's lost her mind. She needs to go into a home.
But you can avoid all that by just like nipping in the butt with your mom. I just feel like
this lady's not going to actually listen. You could try.
Well, then you have some point of separation until you figure out the best plan moving forward. But just like older adults, it's just crazy because they have time on their hands. The nursing home,
right.
These poor people, all they have, they got to upgrade these nursing homes in a room. It's like bed, bathroom, and this fucking TV from the 80s. And it's the same channel, whether it's CBS, NBC, whatever, not CBS, NBC or Fox, whichever party you're with, that's what's on the TV, and it's on 24/7. So that's all they're seeing. That's all they're seeing. And just like her now, she's probably on her laptop, like the mom in Eddington, that movie we just watched. That was not that great.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, is that what it was called? That movie?
Eddington.
Oh, I'm starting to see it with just some of the elderly people in our lives where I'm like, my God, turn off the fucking news, please. Like, you are just going off a deep end and you're running on these conspiracy theories and not even necessarily from the news, but just like going through believing things that they're seeing that are AI. It's a little bit scary, but with this situation, I would ask your husband, like, where is your husband? When it deals with a mother-in-law, I'm always like, why is it on you to be the I don't want to say bearer of bad news, but to be the front-facing person.
Pointing attention with this person, but you're also like the contact. Your husband should be the one.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like, if it was your mother, I'd be like, John, can you like, because if it was my mom, I'd be like, Mom, you're being literally insane. Do you mind?
That's also being a self-aware partner. He should already be doing that.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck? Unless he doesn't care. Talk to your husband first. Have your husband be the one to.
Yeah, I would put this on your husband first.
Unless you went to your husband and he's like, oh no, we are flat as fuck.
We are. Yeah. What movie were you watching the other day? Like, has she not seen The Martian with Matt Damon? Like, obviously the earth is round.
It was such a good movie. Watching it, I was like, it's cool.
I didn't realize that him, Jessica Chastain, there probably were other characters, were just in Interstellar. And then they're like, let's do another space movie.
How do you know it was the same time? You're like, just in. Martian's old.
The Martian, 2015, Interstellar. I just want to let you know that I looked it up, and Martian was 2015, Interstellar was 2014. So, yeah. Back to back space movies. They were like, wow, this crushed. Let's just try to do this copy paste again.
It's not copy paste because Matt Damon's evil in Interstellar, and he's a hero in Martian.
I just can't imagine being like, yeah, let me
Same
do
actor.
this again. Yeah, another
prime example. My favorite show back in the day, Virgin River.
Oh,
the doctor
you're right.
plays a doctor in Sweet Home Alabama or
one of those shows.
A previous show.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's the same character.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're like,
when it works, it works.
I already know the environment of what it's like to be in there.
You couldn't change the character up at all? He's the same exact character in Virgin River.
Be like Daniel Radcliffe, like being in Harry Potter and then like going and being
Timothy Chalamet.
Another. What about him? What was
so diverse.
No, I'm just saying, Daniel Radcliffe.
Is diverse the right word? Because he goes from playing like Dune. I don't know why I just said it like that, Dune, to like he plays one of the Beatles.
Right. So that's not the example that I'm trying to give right now. I'm saying it'd be like if Daniel Radcliffe was in like another wizard movie after being Harry Potter all these years. You know. So that has nothing to do with Timothy Chalamet.
No, I was just thinking about the word diverse when it comes to that. Is that the correct term? Like you're able to play different range.
Yeah, diverse.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, next question.
Anyway, moving on. I'm the youngest of Did we answer the question?
Yeah. What was the question?
It was about her mom being
cray-cray. Yeah, we did plenty.
Yeah, just like make your husband deal with it. Next question. I'm the youngest of 3 girls, and my 2 older sisters, both unmarried with no kids, have been at odds with each other for the majority of my life, although I have fairly good relationships with both individually. They currently haven't spoken to each other since my wedding about a year ago. Now I am 4.5 months pregnant and bracing myself for the Thanksgiving holiday where we will all be together. It will also be my birthday on Thanksgiving. My parents avoid confrontation at all costs and completely avoid this situation with my sisters that has gone on for way too long, in my opinion. Between my hormones and this stage of my life right now, I am honestly done with this bullshit and cannot let this stress me out or ruin another holiday for me. I don't feel like it's my problem to fix or my responsibility to talk to my sisters about fixing their issues. Am I wrong?
No, I honestly so glad you said that last part, because if you're going to be like, I'm going to tell them that they need to fix it, I'd be like, you're not the fucking hero in this situation. Don't involve yourself. It has nothing to do with it. Yeah. So
They're
how you're
adults.
saying is don't deal with it, yeah, it's not on you.
No, just pop your popcorn, put it on your pregnant belly, and just enjoy the show. Like this has not like, again,
It doesn't involve
adults,
you. Yeah.
And I hate when other people get involved because when I had issues with people and they'd be like,
And someone chirps in,
be
oh
the
my
bigger
God.
person, you're the older, well, like you're, other people aren't as mature as you, Alex. I'm like, you don't know half the fucking shit. So like when other people try to get
Assume
involved,
that they're going to be like the hero.
it would make me so much more annoyed. Like let them work it out
That's
on
for
their
your
own.
Switzerland and you shut the fuck up.
they
That's a
can-
Switzerland.
They'll
moment.
work it out on their own. You enjoy the holidays, enjoy your birthday. Next question. For background, my mom is really into celebrating holidays together as a family. Even birthdays have to be celebrated on the actual day, even if it's not what I want for my own birthday, but that's a different story. So anyway, I was told that if my husband and I are celebrating Thanksgiving with my in-laws, my husband and I would still need to celebrate Thanksgiving on a different day with my parents, and they would still be stopping over the morning of Thanksgiving Day to say hi, basically just to say they saw us on the actual day. It feels like a lot, and these high expectations have me stressed. Am I overthinking it? Should I just be thankful my parents want to be involved so much?
Just tell them no.
She also says her parents live nearby and she sees them weekly.
Just say you're busy. Say you're doing something else. Lie. Just be like, we're gone for the day.
I just feel like, while you can be thankful that your parents are involved, because I feel like we run into this sometimes where, and you've said it before, where it feels like never enough. Even like if you live in the same town as your parents and they still want to see you, then you have this guilty feeling for not spending all of your time with them. But at what point, think about like your parents and their parents. Did they spend 100% of their time with their parents? No, they started their families. And I think it's just natural that parents want to spend their time with their kids. And so I think that like that's kind of how you have to look at it. But at what point do you then start your own family? You know?
Yeah.
I just think you just have to do what's best.
Just setting a fucking boundary. It's no one should have access to you whenever they want. Like it just shouldn't be like that. I think Woody Harrelson, I say it all the time. I think that was so smart of him. Like that's why he doesn't have a cell phone.
Oh.
Because he's like, no one should have access to me immediately like that.
Yeah. Well, and that's different, like on a digital standpoint. But that's like where they like, trying to pop in and just like say hi on Thanksgiving for the sake of just like seeing you on that day.
Boundary.
Yeah, and I would explain that to them too. Like, I see you guys all the time. Like,
also, you're doing this for you. You're not doing this for me. So it's like, don't assume like you are. I would say that. Like, do you think that this is something I want? Because it's not. Is this something for you to make you feel better?
Right. That's a good.
Put it in perspective for them. Be like, this is draining my cup.
More for you, less for me. Yeah. But no, you're not the asshole. You're still seeing your parents. Yeah. You're involved, and
just know it's never enough.
Yeah.
In their eyes.
Next question. My father-in-law came to visit us, and while he was there, he mentioned he wanted to get a family photo of himself, my husband, our 18-month-old daughter, and our 7-week-old son at Christmas to print on a canvas and hang in his living room. I immediately responded, "You want a family photo without me in it to print on a canvas and hang in your living room?" He said, "Don't be offended," and explained he has one just like that with my husband's brother and sister's family. I have only met this man 4 times when we went home for Christmas, but have a fine relationship with him. I don't mind that he wants a photo with his son and grandkids, but to not include me in the one you're going to print and hang on the wall is annoying and it hurts my feelings. I told my husband later that it really makes me mad, and he said to try not to let it bother me and that his dad is not socially aware of this kind of thing. But it still bothers me. Should I say something at Christmas when they go to take the photo? At this point, I do not even want to make the trip to see him at Christmas.
It just makes me think of your cousin's wedding where one person was allowed in the photo because they weren't married yet.
Oh, yeah.
There was like a group of like 40 of us.
Okay, but marriage is different because people do break up. And like that is so fair because thinking about the amount of like wedding photos I was in with exes, and I'm just like, thank God I was at the end, crop me out. Like you just, relationships like that, like until you have a ring.
Are they married or not?
Who?
In this.
Yes, they're married.
She should be in the photo.
Kids with him.
Yeah, like, she should be in the photo.
Also, now being a new mom, I feel so much ownership over my daughter that if someone was like, I want a picture of your daughter and not you, I'd be like, who the fuck? She's mine. Yeah. I fucking made her. I'm going to be in this photo because she is me. Are you crazy? Absolutely not. So yeah, if someone, like if your family wanted a photo with Lucy, I'd be like, no, you can have a photo then with just John. I'm taking my daughter then out of that photo. It's either we're all in it together as a unit.
My parents don't even call
to
to talk to me anymore. They're like,
Yeah, show us the baby.
Yeah.
Show us the baby. All of the wedding photos that we have at your parents' house are going to be swapped out with her face.
For sure.
They've already printed a few that are like grainy and not great. And I'm like, I know what we're getting them for Christmas. Photos of
Shutterfly.
Yeah. You can absolutely be bothered. Maybe not going up for Christmas is a bit much, but I would take it a step further and I would get a full...
Send him the photo with you in it.
Exactly.
And make sure you're in the middle. So there's no cropping you out.
Yeah. Make sure you are dead center.
You show up and there's like a little like happy face over your face.
You're holding the kids in the photo. Yeah.
Face here. Be like, good luck.
Yeah. Next question. My husband and I have been married for over 3 years now. Both of us are big into traveling and take one big trip up to 3 weeks and a couple of smaller holidays, less than a week each year. Since the time we've been married, I've noticed that his parents like to join us for a holiday. It wasn't such a problem at first, but then I started seeing a pattern where his parents would start asking almost a year in advance about what we were doing around a certain period of time and if we could take a trip together. Don't get me wrong, I love them and I don't mind taking a family holiday every alternate year or something, but I do want to explore places with just my husband while I can before we have our own little family. Is that too much to ask? How can I politely say no without them getting offended? I've tried to bail out of the situation by giving some excuses, but sometimes that means that even if it's a country I wish to travel to, I have to sit on it so that they don't feel bad about declining their ideas and then us going on a trip. My husband doesn't seem to think it's a problem if his parents join us every year. His thought is that they're getting old, so we should make memories with them, which I do agree with, but it wouldn't hurt if we did it every other year instead of every single fucking year.
From what I heard, it sounds like you do one trip that's like 3 weeks. One, by the way, I think is crazy. And then you do multiple small trips.
Wait, I want to unpack that. Why do you think that's
we will,
crazy?
but just... Is that what she's saying? 3 week trip and then like a couple
She does a couple of smaller holidays, which are less than a week each year. So they do one big one.
So the one big one, they don't need to come to that. But if you're doing like a small 2-3 day trip, let them fucking go on that one.
Right.
Why do they come on the 3 week one?
Sounds like they want to do like the big country
blow
one.
my brains out. Absolutely not.
See, and I'm thinking the 3 week one, that's a long time to go anywhere with just one person. So I'm like, I would do 1 week with with other people joining, another week with just John, or maybe 2. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's a long. So, but wait, why do you think?
I would never go on a trip for 3 weeks.
Oh, so it's the trip that's.
Put a gun in my mouth.
So it's the trip that's 3 weeks long that you don't like, not the fact that you'd be traveling with your in-laws for that long.
Can you imagine like constantly going out to eat, traveling to different hotels? Like, fuck, I just want to take a shit in my own toilet.
Okay, but we are different, I feel like, than most people.
You wouldn't. Oh,
that's what I'm saying, because John and I go on a
3-day trip. It's the perfect amount of time.
The amount of times we've gone somewhere and we have a week to explore. John and I do it in 2 days, and then by day 2 we're like, let's go home.
We had that. There's a couple times where we've gone home early because we're like,
nah, like we got shit to do at home. Yeah. Like let's but that's toxic. Like I don't think that we're the best example.
People like to dilly dally around and look at stuff. Like time is money.
I know, but like that's because I think
the difference is we like our job.
And right, we always have work to do. So for us, vacation, it's hard for us to like really take time away and enjoy it. So like once we like cram everything in 3 days, we're like,
which is not healthy.
What are we doing for the next 3 days? We don't need to sit by the pool and relax. We got to get home.
I'm not gonna just sit, drink, and eat, and then feel like shit for 3 days. That's why like all inclusives I can't do anymore.
No, but like remember when we went to Europe last year? It was like the perfect amount of time. We went for 2 nights. Or 3 nights, and we were like, this was a perfect amount of time where people who we were meeting
Talking
there.
about Rome?
Yeah. They were like, oh, we're here for 4 weeks. I'm like, 4 weeks?
3 days I was like, I'm out.
In and out. Done. We got our fix. We were in. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, but that's us. And
I think that's what it comes down to, because when I was doing OT, I did one trip a year, and I was looking forward to that so much. Like, I get that. I understand that. Because I also I just didn't want to go back to work, you know?
And that's true too. Because I guess like when I was working for other people, or even just like when I was in college and my parents were taking me on vacation, I'm like, this is the best. Like, I need this to last forever. But now that like we do our own thing, I'm like, you know, I enjoy while we're there, but I'm like, we can't take that long.
Fun fact, I also know they said it's like, was it 5 days, 5 to 7 days is like the max amount you want to do for a holiday because it for like mental health wise. After that, it begins to be like harmful.
Who said that?
I don't know, some study I saw on Instagram.
Probably some like CEO who like wants his like people back at work. Probably some boss. He's like, I'm putting out this article that is like scientifically
3 weeks. Like, oh my God.
I could see where a world in which you would enjoy that. I love
working remotely. Our friend Catherine.
Yes.
She would like travel and then work from, because then it's like you have some purpose, but you're in a different place. Okay, I could vibe with that.
Right.
Not living in a hotel.
I also, and again, now we're making this question about us. I just love being home. Like, and I like, again, doing those like short bursts of like trips. And I think that that's the difference too. You and I do like several trips a year, but they're short. We don't do like one big trip a year. Right. We do a lot of little ones. And I can't say little because like we'll travel to across the country, but just for a few days. But we don't mind that. Anyway, let's get back to you.
It's not about us.
It's not about us. I think that...
Well, you already told her.
For a big trip, like I personally wouldn't mind having other people there. But like, yeah, it's about balance. And maybe you could try to plan it so that like you and your husband do your own thing for the first 2 weeks. And if you want people to join you for the last like leg of the trip or maybe the first leg of the trip, but like, you know...
Or just do the 2 to 3, one of the smaller ones with them.
Yeah. But what would you do though if they're like, hey, we're going to Australia for 3 weeks, and the parents are like, we love Australia. We wanted to go for so long.
I wouldn't tell them that.
So you're saying you would hold back?
No, I would initially talk about one of the small trips. What's the shit sandwich kind of method? Like talking about.
Well, no, you give a compliment, you give your criticism, and then you give a compliment.
So the compliment first is like, hey, we're thinking about going to Florida,
Vermont
for
the fall.
Because we're gonna because me and Danny, we're gonna go to Barcelona for 3 weeks.
Oh my
and
God,
blah blah.
Dan! Oh, you and Danny are going to Barcelona. I love Barcelona. I want to go. It's been on our bucket list.
That's that's awesome. We want to spend some time, just the two of us, because we never know what's gonna happen in the future. But also when we come back, we have another smaller trip coming up, to Maine. Well, that you guys can go on that one too.
Well, just send us the dates for your Barcelona.
I don't think so. I just feel like we might want to start a family soon, and we just want to like do this. Just
but we're your family. You're just gonna kick us to the curb.
Well, you guys are family, and I love you so much. But
we're gonna die soon.
Like to just do stuff, just the two of us. Oh, don't put that on me, please, Mary.
See, simple as that.
I see in that, like, I don't feel bad, but like the question from last week where it's like you're trying to tell one of your bridesmaids that she can no longer be part of the bridal party, that's tough because there's no like, where's the compliment to the shit? Like,
I guess you could say,
hey, I don't want you in the bridal party anymore, but you can come to the bachelorette party.
Yeah, like we could still be friends. We're not answering that question again.
No, but I'm saying like that seems so much harder for me than this because you're still inviting them to a trip. It's a little bit better. Unless you were like, don't come on any trips, then that's hard.
Right.
Okay, next question.
I don't know that we helped anyone this episode.
No,
yet.
I think that's perfect. Don't feel bad.
Next question. My mother-in-law ruined my daughter's first Halloween for me. Am I overreacting? For context, my mother-in-law and I couldn't be more different. For various reasons, after my daughter was born a year ago, I've held a lot of resentment towards her. For example, she and my father-in-law rarely make us a priority and have offered very little to help as grandparents. Additionally, my mother-in-law has constantly had a habit of feeding my daughter the most random food items without asking me or her dad first, often when she was too young to have such things. I'm talking chocolate syrup at 7 months, garlic hummus at 8 months, and Midwestern Oreo salad at 6 months.
That is so specific.
Ironically, however, when can you start introducing foods? 6 months?
They said after 6 months.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Why would hummus? You think hummus would be
bad? At 8 months, I'd be like, thank you.
Yeah, but the other two are like shit stuff. Hummus.
Right. Like if you're saying we don't want them to have sweets.
Yeah. Hummus, I feel like is okay.
Anyway, ironically, my mother-in-law's obsession with feeding my daughter is non-existent on holidays and special occasions, and she feels those are times she's granted a day of rest from cooking. For Halloween this year, she made it a point to tell my daughter how much she couldn't wait to see her come to trick-or-treat at her house. Since we hadn't seen much of them lately, we decided we'd go there after work, hang out, have dinner, and maybe stop by a few houses in the neighborhood for fun. My in-laws live about 25 minutes away, so when we come to visit, we aren't just popping in. The night before Halloween, we called to confirm plans, and lo and behold, their plans had changed and we were only invited to stay for 2 hours as they had dinner plans. We were under the impression that us coming after work meant we were coming to have dinner with them, which I feel most people would assume, but that wasn't the case. Skip to Halloween, we arrived at their house at 4:30, and 2 hours later, she had yet to offer us anything to eat at all, not even a snack, and then had the audacity to ask what our plans were for dinner at 6:30. We told her we'd probably just pick up some McDonald's on the way home.
Oh my
a
God,
few
I
minutes
don't
later,
care.
they talked about how they were thinking about going to the steakhouse that we clearly weren't invited to. I was furious. I know it's just dinner and maybe I'm putting too much emphasis on food, but this one really got me because this happens often. She constantly never thinks about us and has made so many holidays subpar because she wants to relax. I don't know. Am I overreacting? You sound like the worst.
Oh my God, it's not about you.
Number one, is Halloween considered a holiday? That is not an event that like I would
You're a
consider
fucking adult. Feed yourself. What does anyone else have to feed you?
And not just that.
Your mother giving your kid all this other shit. Sure, don't let her do anything. But you being like, it just seems a lot like me. Like they don't really help out. It's not their kid. It's your kid.
Also, your in-laws live 25 minutes away, so when we come to visit, we
It's
aren't
not
just
that far. Shut
I was
up.
just gonna say, popping in. You and I drive
The
an
grocery
hour.
store.
It's 25 minutes, but we drive an hour and happily pop in. We could drive like our commute could be that long. I'll stay for an hour, drive another hour home.
This just sounds like just making it about yourself.
The other thing with food, like you're getting really annoyed at garlic hummus, but then you're taking your kids on the way home to get McDonald's.
Shut the fuck up.
And what, you're there for 2 hours? You're at your in-laws, your husband can't help himself to food, and like your family, like
If you're
what?
so hungry, why don't you stop at McDonald's before you got there?
This sounds, you are 100% overreacting. And my friend who pulls these
You want to
questions.
know why you don't have a village?
Yeah, exactly. My friend who pulled these questions, she was like, hey, she was like, this one is crazy. I just like pulled this because I wanted to hear your reaction. I wanted you to read it. I think in this situation, you're the problem. Your mother-in-law did nothing to ruin your daughter's first Halloween. You did that all on your own because she told you also ahead of time that they had dinner plans. You could have done whatever you wanted for Halloween. You chose to do this.
It just sounds like you're not a prepared person either. Like you're just assuming other people need to fill in the gap of like what you should be doing. You assuming somebody should be doing something is fucking wild.
But then also not taking accountability for your own actions. Like you're so
Sorry, Susie.
furious
Grandma
that you-
didn't feed you, so now you don't get to eat.
and you're not invited to the steakhouse. Like you could have gone to the your own steakhouse. Like why is it on your in-laws to invite you? If that's what you wanted to do that night, you and your husband and your own family could have gone to a steakhouse. Why is this? Why are you being the
I would love to
victim
go to a
in a
steakhouse right
situation in which you were not a victim? I don't think I've ever been annoyed with listener questions so much.
Is there any like happy hour steak places we can go right? I'm fucking starving.
I am starving too.
Let's do one more.
But you know what we're gonna do? Take
Not-
ourselves there. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna make it on my mom or your mother.
Yeah, let's go call your mom to bring us to a steakhouse.
Grow up.
Seriously.
That's it. There aren't any more questions.
Perfect.
So on that note, love to give the final question as a rage read.
Yeah, wild.
Do you have any recs, John?
You talked about it earlier, but my rec is I'm going back because I used to say this thing doesn't work and it's stupid. This Mom Cozy electric nose one,
Sucks it out.
no problem.
Yeah.
And I actually like get satisfaction out of launching that booger out of her nose because I just see her be like, like
she can
breathing so
breathe.
much better.
See, like I get satisfaction from sucking it out.
It's gross
But
though.
once I almost threw up this morning.
Well,
'cause
I was gross because you go, I sucked a piece of meat out of her nose. I was like, this is disgusting.
John, it was like a piece of steak. Like that. It was, I got so nauseous. I couldn't even look at it. I took the nasal aspirator because it's clear so you could see everything that you're getting. And I just like put it off to the side and I couldn't even look at it. And I was like, okay, we're going to move on because I don't want to throw up on you. Chunky.
I guess my other rec is watching The Martian. He only says fuck 2 to 3 times max in the rest. So it's like If you could bleep out those words, if you have younger kids, you can watch it.
Oh, I was like, where are you going with
Because
this?
it's cool. It's like how he like survives on Mars.
But why the word fuck? Like we say
I don't know,
fuck
because like
so many times
when
on
I
this.
say wreck, like if you have younger kids, like I don't want you to say like everyone should watch this movie. I'm giving a disclaimer.
When have you ever given a disclaimer
I'm a
about
dad now.
language?
I'm a dad now.
Well, maybe don't listen to this episode because we've said fuck about 30
If
times.
you're a young child, don't be listening to this. This
Okay.
is NC-17.
Well, then the rec that I'm going to give, I didn't count how many times they said fuck in it, but there's a show called All Her Fault on Peacock, which is really good. It is about a woman. She goes to pick up her son from a friend's house. They had a play date together and realizes her son has been kidnapped. And then it like goes down into this whole
Snowball effect.
snowball story, but it's so good. It's the actress who plays Shiv in
Sopranos.
Succession. And then Dakota Fanning is in it. And then the husband from the first White Lotus is in it. There's a lot of people in it. There's some great people in it. Anyway, that's my rec. Good
So
show.
on Peacock.
Yeah.
I feel like such a loser talking about like movie recs and TV recs and the stuff we've been watching because
Well-
like it's not good for you to just sit there and watch stuff. But we're in that period of life where I just have Lucy on my chest. I'm like, I'm not gonna make a sound.
Well, while she's sleeping, when
Yeah.
she's awake, I'm like, we're playtime. We're doing tummy time. Do we
I
say
noticed
that at
that
the
she like
pediatrician?
looks towards the TV,
Well, yeah, I know. We build up like pillow blocks.
so she can't watch.
What did we do with the pediatrician?
He wanted to do tummy time. He goes, does she have any neck strength?
I was like,
'Cause her face was down. I'm like,
Lucy, you're making us look
Yeah.
so bad because she has the strongest neck, and because her head is so heavy and big, she has like great neck strength.
she
Like,
just wasn't performing that day.
no, I was like, she was just feeling lazy, and again, she was making us look really bad. I was like, I swear to
Lock it
God,
up,
we do
Lou.
tummy time with
I
her.
know. All right, guys, that's it. Like, subscribe, email, comment, please. Do all the things.
If you want to follow us, you can find us everywhere at Give It To Me Straight Podcast on all the socials. If you want to send us an email, you can do it at hello@giveittomestraight.podcast. Wait, is that what I said? Give It To Me Straight Podcast is the socials. I don't know what I'm saying. And then if you want to send an anonymous question, you could do so in our show notes or on our website. I think that's it. And we'll see you guys next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.